Hello, statistics students, and welcome back. This is chapter 5, and we're on to example number 2. Okay, so in high school, most students take either the SAT or the ACT. Some students take both, but for the most part, on the coast, people take the SAT, and then in the Midwest, people take the ACT. And colleges would like to know, what a student scores or how one test relates to the other one. So clearly there has to be a way to convert between SAT and ACT and so forth. So in general, they've created this way of converting an ACT score into an SAT score. Okay. So it says that you multiply the ACT score by 40 and add 150, just like this equation says. Okay. But of course, say a person is applying to somewhere in California and they've taken the ACT only. Well, that person most likely is used to seeing SAT scores. So it'd be nice to convert them, right? And this is what this section here is talking about. So what we want to do is we want to convert all of these scores and these statistics into, SAT scores. These are all ACTs, and we want to make them into SATs. So here we're creating SAT, and the lowest score, right? The lowest score is a measure of location, right? And location is affected by multiplication, so this 40, and addition and subtraction. So I actually have to take the lowest score, right? I have to take 40 times the lowest score, which was 19, plus the 150, which of course equals 910. Use a calculator, help yourself out there. Okay. Next, we see this Q3, right? Here I could get a different color. Let's get some red going on here. So Q3, well, this is a measure, again, of a location. Okay, this is a measure of location. Okay, it is not a measure of central tendency. It is not a measure of dispersion. It's a location measure. So Q3 is, again, going to be affected then by the 40 and the 150. So we set up our equation here. We multiply it out. This shouldn't be too bad. That's 1350. Okay. Just moving right along. Well, what else would be a measure of location? These two are locations, right? Mean and median, that's not location. Mean and median, those are two measures of central tendency. Central tendency, right, is affected by multiplication and addition. So here we have to do the exact same thing that we had to do before. So the mean is affected by the 40, the multiplication. We multiply that. We also have to add in the 150. We ended up getting 1230. The median, another measure of central tendency, is affected again by the same type of stuff. We have to add in the 150. And we get this 1270 here. Okay. That shouldn't be too bad. Now the last two are measures of dispersion. Right? These are measures of dispersion. Because they're measures of dispersion, we don't have to worry about the plus and minus. Okay? Standard deviation, we're going to have to take 40 times 3, but we don't need this 150. We don't need to add the 150, so we do just get this 120. IQR is the same thing. It's a measure of dispersion. So I take 40 times the 6, but I do not add the 150 in. And I get this 240. Okay. And there we have converting SAT data, or I'm sorry, ACT data, this is ACT here, into SAT data. Okay. That is example number 2. If you needed example number 1, go back to the last video. We also have a couple other videos coming.